Hello student, myself Bhumisha, Assistant Professor, LJ Institute of Pharmacy, Pharmaceutical Chemistry Department. Today we are going to discuss in detail about chloramphenicol, a antibiotic. We are going to discuss in detail about its history, chemistry, spectrum of activity, structure-activity relationship, and their synthesis part. Now let us first start with history. Chloramphenicol was first isolated from Streptomyces venezuela, that is Actinomycetes species, and it was first identified by a scientist Ehrlich in 1947. Then after a group of scientists, they identified structure and synthesis, and that makes this synthesis a first synthetic antibiotic, means which is not extracted from microorganism, that is going to be synthesized in a lab. That is structure of chloramphenicol, in which we have para-nitrobenzene or para-nitrophenyl group, 1,3-propane-diol group, and dichloroacetaamide group. Chloramphenicol is yellowish white crystalline solid, and its aqueous solution is quite stable, but it needs protection from light. It is having intensely bitter taste. It is soluble in alcohol, but it poorly soluble in water, right? So if we want to prepare a parenteral preparation for this chloramphenicol, we have to make a salt which is easily water soluble, and modification of chloramphenicol for increasing its water solubility, we have to prepare its salt, that is chloramphenicol succinate. So in another sense, we can say for preparation of parenteral component or preparation of parenteral preparation, we have to increase its water solubility. And so we are converting this chloramphenicol into its salt, that is chloramphenicol succinate. In another sense, we can say this chloramphenicol succinate, which after in vivo hydrolysis, they converts into chloramphenicol. So we can say it's a prodrug example. Okay. Then SAR study of chloramphenicol. SAR, that means structure activity relationship, right? How this structure will affect its activity, that we have to discuss. Means little bit modification in a structure that will increase or decrease the activity, that we have to discuss. So for that, we are dividing this structure into three groups. First is para-nitrophenyl group, second one is 1,3-propane-diol, and third one is dichloroacetaamide side chain. Okay, so first modification of this para-nitrophenyl group. If we replace this para-nitro group by other substituent, means by replacement of nitrofunctional group by any other derivatives or any other functional group, that leads to reduction in activity. And if we are changing the position of this nitro group, means first part, nitro group is essential for the activity. Now second part, if we replace para position with other position, means shifting of nitro group from para position to other position, that will leads to decrease in activity. Means for the antibacterial action for chloramphenicol, we have para-nitro functional group. The next modification, if para-nitrophenyl whole group, that may be replaced by other aryl structure, we can replace it with other aryl structure without appreciable loss of activity. Means by this modification, we won't increase in the activity, but there is a balancing of activity. Means by replacement of para-nitrophenyl group with any other aryl structure, we have a structure which is having comparable activity with this para-nitrophenyl group. And last modification is replacement of this phenyl group. Apart from nitro, replacement of this phenyl group by alicyclic moiety. That leads to less of activity, or that leads to less posting compound. Means we have four modification. First, change in a nitro group. Second, position of nitro group. Third, replacement of whole paranitrophenyl group. And fourth one is replacement of phenyl with other group. Okay. Then second group is dichloroacetamido side chain. If in place of chlorine, if we have other halogen derivatives, means this dihalo derivative other than chlorine, they are less potent. Though major activity retains, means we form a compound which is equipotent or less potent. But by changing chlorine to any other halogen, we won't get any potent compound. Next modification, in place of dihalo, if we have trihalo substitution, for example NHCOCF3, that leads to 1.7 times more active compound than chloramphenicol. The next modification is 1,3-propane diol, a primary alcohol functional group that is at C1 atom, that is essential for activity. That means it requires compulsorily for the antibiotic action of chloramphenicol. Same as in case of nitro group. Here primary alcohol at C1 atom, that is essential for the activity. Any modification in that leads to decrease in the activity. Right? So total we are discussing three group. First, paranitrophenyl functional group. Second, dichloroacetamido side chain. And third, 1,3-propane diol group. Okay, that is about structure activity relationship for chloramphenicol. The next section is mechanism of action of chloramphenicol. Chloramphenicol is a protein synthesis inhibitors. They act through inhibiting protein synthesis in bacteria. How they inhibit protein synthesis? They inhibit protein synthesis by binding irreversibly to the bacterial 50S ribosomal subunit. They bind with 50S ribosomal subunit. See, this is one of a part of protein synthesis in which I have shown you a ribosome subunit 30S and 50S. This chloramphenicol binds with this 50S subunit, and in that there is actual peptide linkages formed. It hinders the access of amino acyl tRNA to the acceptor sites by binding to the 50S subunit, and that's why they inhibit peptidyl transferase reaction. Means they do not allow this tRNA to bind with its acceptor site, plus they hinders the functions of peptidyl transferase enzyme. Ultimately, one-liner mechanism for chloramphenicol is it irreversibly binds with the 50S subunit of ribosome of bacteria and inhibits protein synthesis. Clear? Then next part is spectrum of activity, over which they are active against. It is nearly active against gram-positive, gram-negative bacteria, rickettsia, and some mycoplasma. And they have shown excellent activity against anaerobes also. Amongst gram-positive bacteria, they have their action on Streptococcus family, Staphylococcus, Enterococcus, and Bacillus. And in gram-negative, they have action on H. influenza, N. meningitis, E. coli, Salmonella family, and Shigella. Most probably, This chloramphenicol, they exert bacteriostatic action, or sometimes they exert bactericidal action. Bacteriostatic means they prevents the growth of bacteria, and bactericidal means they kills the bacteria or they kills the organism. Clear? Spectrum of activity, they have their action on both gram positive, gram negative, rickettsia, mycoplasma and all. Then therapeutic uses of chloramphenicol. There are some limitation nowadays that is not very useful due to its potential toxicity, bacterial resistance and availability of many other effective alternatives which are less toxic than chloramphenicol. This chloramphenicol is rarely used nowadays due to this three main reasons, that is potential toxicity, resistance and many other alternatives which are less toxic than chloramphenicol. But if we discuss its uses, then it may be useful for the treatment of serious rickettsial infections such as typhus, Rocky Mountain spotted fever and all, or in sometimes as an alternative for beta-lactam antibiotics for the treatment of meningitis in a patient who have hypersensitivity reactions to penicillins. In that case, or a meningitis which is caused by penicillin resistant strains of pneumococci. In this case, we can use chloramphenicol but as a alternative therapy. In that case, beta-lactam antibiotic is not useful, so that we can use chloramphenicol for that type of patient. Next, chloramphenicol can be used topically in eye infection. Okay, so major uses for rickettsial infection or for the eye infection and for alternative therapy for beta-lactam antibiotic in case of meningitis. Okay, the next part, adverse effect of chloramphenicol, that includes anemia, hypersensitivity reaction, that includes rashes, fever or angioedema. The next, gastrointestinal side effects, that includes nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and major side effect, that is gray baby syndrome, that is major side effects of chloramphenicol. How this happen? This happens in a neonates, because neonates have very low capacity to glucuronide this antibiotic. Glucuronation is one of the metabolism reaction, phase 2 metabolism reaction, right? And neonates do not have that much capacity to metabolize this antibiotic, and further they do not have proper developed renal function so that they can easily excrete them out, right? This, due to this two reason, the antibiotics are not excreted out from the body of neonates, so they accumulate inside the body and they interferes the functions of mitochondrial ribosomes, which leads to poor feeding, depressed breathing, cardiovascular collapse and ultimately death, right? So here we discuss how this gray baby syndrome is happen and what is their outcome. The next, synthesis of chloramphenicol. So first we'll start from this section, nitropropane-diol. Then see, in this structure we need NHCOCHCl2, that is dichloroacetamido side chain, but instead of that we'll start with this NO2. So first we have to convert this NO2 group into NH2 group, so that we can convert this NH2 into NHCOCH3. Okay, so first reaction is reduction, and that will convert this NO2 group into NH2 group. That is then reacts with, see, in our structure we need NHCOCHCl2, right? So that reacts with dichloroacetyl chloride, right? This our intermediate reacts with dichloroacetyl chloride and we get this intermediate. Okay, so then we're left with only para-nitrophenyl group. But before that, if we for the nitration we need nitric acid and sulfuric acid. So first we have to protect this 2-hydroxyl group. So protecting group that will convert our hydroxyl group into OAC, acetyl group. Then this protected intermediate then undergo nitration reaction, and then after deprotection means we have to convert this OAC part into hydroxyl group again. That is known as saponification reaction in presence of base that removes this acetate protecting group, and we have our chloramphenicol. Hope you enjoy this lecture.